Welcome back to the Real Story channel. Once upon a time, in a land brimming with sunlight and joy, there existed a village of extraordinary beauty that resembled a painting. This village was the cherished abode of King Chima, a ruler adored by all due to his wisdom and kindness. His benevolent nature extended to every individual, ensuring their happiness and safety. King Chima had a substantial family, consisting of 2 wives. His first wife, Yuli, blessed him with 3 daughters who possessed an exquisite beauty akin to the morning sun. His second wife, Achi, bore him 2 courageous sons, destined to become future kings of the land. The princesses were renowned for their playful spirits. Each day, they would gleefully race out of the palace, abandoning their shoes as they laughed and shouted, engaging in games and revelry. They would venture to the river, splashing water and gleefully embracing the messiness of their adventures. Their dresses became soiled, and their hair disheveled, yet these concerns held no importance to them. Their happiness and freedom were paramount. However, not everyone viewed their behavior as befitting of princesses. Whispers would circulate among the people, questioning why they did not comport themselves with the grace expected of royalty. This deeply concerned their mother, Oi. She would often gather them together, her voice gentle but firm, and remind them of their royal status. "You are princesses, my dears," she would say. "It is time to embody that role." Yet, the princesses would merely giggle and dart away, their spirits as untamed as the wind. They longed to be like everyone else, to play, explore, and cherish their homeland, which they would one day govern. These actions caused some villagers to deem them foolish. They wondered why the princesses could not recognize their uniqueness, saying, "Why can't they comprehend that they are unlike the rest of us?" However, the princesses paid no mind to these criticisms. They believed that staying true to oneself held greater importance than wearing a crown. Thus, despite their mother's worries and the murmurs of the villagers, the princesses continued to dance with the world, their hearts as wild and free as the beautiful village they called home. In this village, an annual festival was customary. However, this was no ordinary festival, it was dedicated to the princesses and their brothers' search for brides. On this momentous day, the village square buzzed with vibrant colors, melodious music, and the delectable aromas of festival delicacies. Young women from both the village and distant lands adorned themselves in their most beautiful attire and showcased their graceful dances, hoping to catch the eye of one of the princes and become a bride. Meanwhile, within the palace, the 3 princesses observed the festivities from a window, their thoughts drifting far from the glitter and opulence. When suitors arrived, seeking their hands in marriage, the princesses would contrive reasons to decline. "He is too arrogant," one would remark, "believing his wealth can buy affection." Another would sigh, dismissing even the advances of a wealthy suitor from a neighboring village who arrived bearing lavish gifts. When he expressed his desire to marry all 3 princesses, making them his 7th wife, the princesses responded by playfully splashing water on him. This unconventional rejection sparked widespread gossip throughout the village, with people remarking on their perceived foolishness for turning down these affluent and influential suitors. Their parents, King Chima and Queen Uli, were perplexed and somewhat saddened. They would ask the princesses, "Why won't you marry? Your brothers are ready, and you are the eldest." However, the princesses would only smile and respond, "When we find true love, we will know." As the festival for their brothers approached, beautiful maidens danced and laughed, hoping to capture the prince's attention. Although the princesses admired the courage of these young women, their hearts yearned for something different. They desired a love that went beyond a fleeting encounter. They sought a love that truly understood them, a love that saw past their royal titles. As the festival came to an end and their brothers found their brides, the village gossiped even more. Whispers echoed, "What will become of the 3 foolish princesses?" However, the princesses remained unperturbed. They firmly believed in their hearts that true love was not something one could find at a festival. Instead, it was something that found you in its own time and in its own way. As the seasons changed and the moon gracefully traversed the sky, the princesses blossomed into radiant young women. They observed the leaves transitioning from green to gold, contemplating the meaning of love and its significance to them. They witnessed their brothers' happiness with their chosen partners, and something stirred within their hearts. Maybe, just maybe, it was time to open their hearts to love. However, it had to be true love, the kind of love that saw them for who they truly were. One evening, under a star-filled sky, the princesses approached their father, King Chima, with a request that caused his eyebrows to rise in surprise. "Father," they spoke with hopeful voices resonating, "we wish to have a festival of our own. A festival where men can showcase their talents and skills. We want to find love, but it must be true love." King Chima gazed into their eyes, witnessing the sincerity radiating from their souls. He realized that his daughters were different, possessing free and untamed spirits. Initially, he contemplated how this request diverged from the traditions of the land. However, he considered that perhaps this was their unique way of seeking love. With a nod and a heart filled with hope, he agreed, proclaiming, "Let there be a festival." The village buzzed with excitement once more as the news spread rapidly, reaching the corners of the village and faraway lands. Suitors prepared themselves to win the hearts of the three princesses. They honed their skills, polished their talents, and dreamt of love. The village teemed with anticipation as tailors crafted exquisite garments, chefs prepared sumptuous feasts, and musicians tuned their instruments. This festival was destined to be unlike any other. The princesses observed the village's metamorphosis, witnessing the eagerness in the suitors' eyes and the joy in the villagers' hearts. They were uncertain of what the festival would bring, but they felt a flutter of excitement within their own hearts. Perhaps, just perhaps, among the poets, warriors, and jesters, they would encounter individuals who could see beyond their crowns, individuals who could truly see them. As the day of the festival drew near, an air of wonder enveloped the village. The princesses exchanged knowing smiles, conveying what words could not express. They were ready to step into the unknown, prepared to find love, but only if it was genuine. The entire village eagerly waited, suitors readied themselves, and the stars watched from above. It marked the beginning of something magical, something that could forever change their lives. The day of the grand festival had arrived. Bathed in the radiant glow of the sun's smile, the village square teemed with vibrant energy, buzzing like a beehive with anticipation. Men from both the village and distant lands arrived, their hearts set on winning the affections of the princesses. They adorned themselves in their finest attire, their muscles glistening, smiles stretching wide, and gifts in hand. Some brought forth treasures of gold, while others boasted of their vast lands. Many showcased their strength and beauty, each hoping to catch the attention of a princess. Meanwhile, the princesses observed silently, mischief sparkling in their eyes. They witnessed the suitors' efforts, each one vying to outshine the other. Yet, deep within their hearts, they knew that material wealth and physical prowess were not what they truly desired. They sought someone who could perceive beyond superficialities, who could comprehend the depths of their hearts. As the sun began its descent, casting a golden hue across the village, the princesses stood before the crowd. Their voices resounded with clarity and strength as they declared, "We present you with a challenge. To win our hearts, you must do more than display your wealth or strength. You must guess our true names." A hush fell upon the crowd. Names? Who knew the names of the princesses? They were renowned far and wide as the three foolish princesses, their true identities shrouded in mystery. The suitors stood there, stunned. Guessing their names seemed an insurmountable task. They had prepared to showcase their might and riches, not to unravel a riddle of names. Murmurs rippled through the crowd, a blend of confusion and curiosity. How could they possibly discern the princesses' names? Yet, the princesses remained resolute, their challenge hanging in the air like an enigma. It was a test not of wealth or strength, but of wisdom and patience. They wished to discover who would perceive beyond mere titles, who would invest the time to truly understand them. The village abounded with questions. How would the suitors unravel the mystery of their names? Was it a quest? A puzzle? The suitors glanced at each other, their confidence shaken. Meanwhile, the princesses watched, a playful smile dancing on their lips. They had reversed the roles, challenging the suitors to peer beyond the surface and seek a profound connection. As the festival drew to a close, the suitors departed, their minds abuzz. They had arrived to showcase their finest attributes, only to be met with an unexpected challenge. The princesses had exhibited their cleverness, making it evident that they yearned for a love that was genuine, a love that perceived beyond the trappings of crowns and titles. The village whispered and speculated about the princesses' test, pondering who, if anyone, could rise to the challenge. It became a tale that would be recounted for days to come, a tale of three princesses who sought love in their own unique manner. The challenge had been set, and now it was up to the suitors to uncover the answers. Thus, in the village, where everyone was immersed in guessing and murmuring about the princesses' challenge, the quest to unravel the princesses' names commenced. In a distant village, there resided a man by the name of Okon. However, Okon was known by all, not for the reasons one might anticipate. He bore the title of the village drunkard, often observed stumbling and mumbling. His days were enveloped in a haze of laughter and wine. Most regarded him as a simpleton, a man of little significance. Yet, beneath the surface, Okon possessed more than what met the eye. When Okon caught wind of the princess's challenge, something stirred within him. He discerned what others failed to see, a chance, a flicker of hope. Why not me, he pondered. Why can't I win the hearts of the princesses? Fueled by a determination that surprised even himself, Okon embarked on a quest to uncover the true names of the three princesses. Day after day, Okon trailed behind the princesses, maintaining a cautious distance like a shadow among the trees. He observed them in moments of laughter and playfulness, their spirits soaring as freely as the birds above. However, regardless of how intently he listened, their names remained an enigma. They referred to each other using nicknames, communicating through a secret language of smiles and glances. Then, fate intervened. As the princesses ventured near the edge of the forest, the youngest, brimming with joy and mischief, failed to notice the concealed pit before her. With a gasp and a tumble, she plunged into the depths, her laughter transforming into cries of fear. "Help," she pleaded, her voice echoing through the trees. "Someone, please." Hidden behind a bush, Okon observed in astonishment. This was his moment, not to win a challenge, but to do something good, something righteous. However, before he could make a move, the eldest princess exclaimed, "I'm to the rescue." Soon after, the middle princess proclaimed, "Leela's coming too." Okon's eyes widened as the names of the princesses spilled from their lips like precious gems. He witnessed Amma and Leela working in unison, procuring a long stick to aid their sister. "Hold on, Tina," they called out, their voices brimming with affection and concern. With a collective effort, they hauled Tina out of the pit, enveloping her in a tight embrace. Even in his concealment, Okon felt a warmth envelop his heart. He had discovered their names, but he had also witnessed the love that they shared, a love that transcended any challenge. Filled with newfound determination, Okon emerged from his hiding place, his heart pounding like a drum. He knew what he had to do. With a resounding shout that reverberated across the village, he declared, "I know their names. Amma, Leela, Tina." The villagers turned in astonishment. Okon, the one they had dismissed as a fool, had achieved what none could. He had unraveled the secret at the core of the challenge. It was a moment of triumph, not only for Okon but also for the princesses themselves. They had discovered someone who perceived beyond the facade, someone who had taken the time to genuinely understand them. As the news circulated, the village buzzed with excitement. Okon, once regarded as the village drunkard, had now become the center of attention. His strategy, born out of patience and observation, had unveiled the true identities of the princesses. This tale of unexpected heroism and the power of seeing beyond appearances would be recounted for generations to come. The village gathered with wide eyes and resounding whispers as Okon stood before King Chima, accompanied by the princesses. The air was thick with anticipation. Okon, once perceived as a mere village drunkard, held the undivided attention of all. "I know the names of your daughters," he proudly declared. "Amma, Leela, Tina." However, Okon had one more surprise, a secret that would alter everything. "I am not who you think I am," he began, his voice unwavering and resolute. "I am Prince Okon from a neighboring village. I came here not as a fool, but in disguise to learn the true nature of your daughters." The village gasped, their eyes shifting from Okon to the princesses, and then back again. The man they had ridiculed turned out to be a wise and astute prince who had seen beyond the charade to uncover the truth. The princesses smiled at Okon, their eyes shimmering with respect and something deeper, a connection forged through understanding and kindness. They had encountered numerous suitors, men of wealth and strength, but none had sought to truly know them as Okon had. He had demonstrated wisdom and had looked beyond titles and appearances to appreciate the essence of who they were. Moved by Okon's revelation and his daughter's happiness, King Chima consented to the marriages. "You have proven yourself wise and honorable," he addressed Okon, "worthy of my daughters." The weddings were extraordinary celebrations that filled the village with music, laughter, and joy. Amma, Leela, and Tina, once dismissed as foolish, now stood proudly by Prince Okon, their hearts united in love and reverence. As the princesses departed with Prince Okon to commence their new lives, the village was left in a state of wonder. They had judged the princesses and Okon, labeling them as foolish, without truly comprehending the depths of their hearts. However, the love that the princesses and Okon displayed transcended titles and appearances. It was rooted in understanding, respect, and the ability to recognize a person's true worth. The story of the three princesses and Prince Okon transformed into a legend, a tale of wisdom, equality, and the power of love. It served as a reminder to all that genuine nobility stems not from birth or wealth, but from the wisdom of the heart and the courage to perceive beyond the surface. And so, as the sun descended upon the village, casting a golden glow over the land, the people whispered about the wonders of the day. Their hearts brimmed with a newfound comprehension. The princesses and Prince Okon, bound by love and wisdom, embarked on their journey, their futures radiant with promise. They left behind a village forever changed. Thank you for watching. See you in the next updated videos.